You are listening to the all-new Grindtime Sports Talk in the Mornings with Baldhead and DB. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Check us out Monday through Friday on the Grindtime Media Network.
Grind time. Top of the morning. DB, what's good with it?
Man, what's going on, man? Time, late nights, early morning, man. What's going on,
Yeah,
cuz?
my dude. Late nights, early mornings. That's what it was for the Lakers last night, baby. How was your evening, my brother?
Man, you know what? It was going good all the way up to the third quarter of the Lakers game.
Third quarter. What happened in the third quarter? Chaos hit, huh?
Man.
Disaster struck.
A whole lot of softness.
Softness. Charmin.
That's right. with the water already added to it.
Say wet toilet paper showed up. Yeah, I get it, DB. I get it, my brother. Yeah, we talking about the Lakers and the Nuggets. That monster ball game, man. You know, the Lakers supposed to roll off 4 in a row, baby. We just knew that they was going to do it. And it looked like they was well on their way to it, man. But they ended up losing the ball game last night and going home to the Denver Nuggets. 108-106, man. It was a knockdown ball game, man. It was back and forth. In the fourth quarter, it was. Because for whatever reason, the Lakers get the decent lead against the Nuggets, but they cannot hold on to it, man. They can't hold on to it at all. They start struggling. They start panicking in the third quarter with their lead, and then to add insult to injury, AD goes down in the third quarter briefly. I don't know, man. Not a good night for your Lakers, DB. What you see last night?
Nah, they had them beat. It wasn't even that they can hold. They held it. They had the lead. They held it until AD went down. AD went down, man, with this old soft shoulder bump, arm to arm. It wasn't even shoulder. It was arm to arm. It was my back arm, my side arm against your side arm bump. This hit yours. And you went down as if you got pushed out the earth.
Right. Like he landed on his shoulder.
Like he landed on his shoulder, man. He was still in the game. Some of the third quarter, man. Getting scored on because like his arm was hurting so bad he couldn't lift it.
Also, the defense kind of started lacking. He wasn't playing defense or nothing at this time.
He wasn't playing defense at the day. They started taking advantage of it. Jokic started scoring everything, man. It went bad real fast. Turn around, set AD out for the rest of the third quarter. He came back in in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Man, not giving out nothing. Not giving out nothing. I think he scored 2 free throws. That was it.
Right.
The rest of the game, he never touched the game. He never touched the ball. Like he never attempted to score no more. I think he probably had one more shot attempt. That was it. He never did nothing.
So you feel like when he came back in the game, he didn't really give a good effort to help the Lakers get on over that hump.
Man, he didn't give nothing. The way that the Lakers was playing before he had that little soft Sharman incident was killer instinct, man. They couldn't be stopped. Denver didn't want to see them, man. This was the night that history was gonna be made, the start of history being made for this comeback.
Right.
So LeBron couldn't be stopped, man. You had the team chipping in. Yeah. Even if D-Lo would have hit better, more shots, from the 3-point line. He shot 2 for 10 from the 3-point line. If he would have shot better, we still would have been in a better situation. But
told you D-Lo don't show up 2 games in a row. That's right, man. I mean, it was a close game. It didn't really get lost because AD. I know he went down in the third quarter, but he clocked 40 minutes. He played the second most minutes of everybody on the team. Bron only played more,
and he didn't do nothing. And he didn't do nothing. You see, nobody on the team got 20 points.
Right, other than Bron.
No, and LeBron got 30.
Reeves had 19. Decent game, decent showing. But like I said, Reeves and Russell back to back. They just not gonna show up game after game. You had a tall task, DB. You had these guys who've been very inconsistent most of the season. You needed them to show up for about 3 or 4 games in a row. It seemed like it was impossible to me.
Man, who would have thought this dude would have came out and pulled this crap, man? Only thing we need you to do, man, is stay you and be you. The hard side of you, not the soft side.
Mm-hmm.
Be you for the rest of the game, man, and let us go back to LA, man. The only thing you had to do, man, and you couldn't even do that. You knew it was on. You knew it was at stake, and you played this soft, whack role. You doing what you was doing, man. They could not stop LeBron at all.
They couldn't. I saw that. Yeah, Bron still can't be stopped, man. Even at 38 years old.
Man, did you see the dude coming over from back running? Did you see him running all the way from the other side of the court, from down court?
LeBron.
Fast, full speed.
I saw
coming up, shooting the ball off the backboard, drawing a foul, getting the and one going to the line. Man, they couldn't stop LeBron, man. The only thing AD had to do was come out and be AD, man. Give us the 25, man. That was it.
Yeah.
That was it, and you couldn't do it. You
LeBron was totally determined last night, man. I saw the energy in him in the end of that game. Fourth quarter, the Nuggets was hitting big shot after. They got to get him props. Big shot after big shot after big shot to stay in the game, to keep it tied and stay right there. They going back and forth. It literally was the Nuggets versus LeBron. It was the whole Nuggets team versus LeBron, just grabbing the ball, saying, I'm not finna put it in the hands of these guys to lose this for me. I'm just finna take all the shots, and it just is what it is. And to his credit, he only lost by 2 points.
Yeah, and man, that's why I got my LeBron jersey on right now, in spite of, man, because guess what? It wasn't his fault, man. He did what he could do at 39 years old. He did this thing at 39 years old, and he was a problem on the court. They could not stop him, man.
They could.
They could not. They couldn't stop him. So the jersey is the team jersey, but it's an individual on this jersey.
Right,
it's an individual on this shirt. You know what I'm saying? And I got number 6 home for a reason, because guess what? I'm still giving LeBron his credit, man. And he's still the king at the end of the day, man.
Yeah.
And we know what it would have been like if he had the help that he's supposed to have in that ball game.
If he had Steph and he had KD, something like that.
They would have came back. They would have came back, man. And it would have been a game 7. It would have been a game 7.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been a game 6 because that was game 5 last night that they lost in. They lost in 5.
If they was going back to LA, it was gonna be the game 7.
They still had to play the game in LA. We can't act like they didn't lose one in LA already to Denver in the playoffs. They did.
Man, it was over with for him, man. It was over with. And you would think this dude that sprained his ankle or broke his foot.
Broke his arm, separated his shoulder or something.
Yes, bro. Yes.
Yeah. Well, everybody pain tolerance ain't the same. Every time that dude get bumped under the basket, he's picking himself up off the ground. We saw that live when we went to see him. All he do is get up off the ground, bro.
Bro, I can't believe this, bro. I can't believe this, bro. I cannot believe what I saw last night, bro. I didn't watch the post game interviews, bro. I watched Reeves say whatever he gonna say, but I didn't watch that crap. I cut that crap off, man, immediately. When Murray hit that shot, I immediately cut it off. It was no need for me to watch it no more. It was it.
You know what? And when I saw Jamal Murray on the possible to play list, and you was like, Murray, you text me, you said Murray might be out. I saw him on the possible to play list like maybe an hour before the game, and I actually thought, I said, well, that's a good thing for the Lakers because Murray ain't been that consistent in the playoffs. Well, the problem is, I guess I didn't think about it. Regardless of his consistency, in crunch time, he's a big-time player. So when it come down to the end of the game, he doesn't have to have a good game. He knows how to not be nervous at the end of the game and how to put the ball in the basket, bro. He probably was the best at doing that this series, even better than LeBron in the end of the game at crunch time. I got to give him them props because, look, he hit the biggest shot of the series over AD in that game where they was down by 20 points and they came back and won that game. That's where the Lakers lost the series to me. Right now, if they won that game, the series would be 3-2 right now, and they'd be going back to LA. But they lost a 20-point lead. They lost a surefire victory that they had. They went away from an offense that was dominating that game, and towards the end of the game, they stopped going to it, and the Nuggets ended up walking them down, man. And at this point, to the Nuggets' credit, they sending them boys home, man. Lakers got the whole offseason to redo something with their lineup, but to me, they need to add another star player. They need to add another key player to their roster. AD and LeBron, to me, together, they're not going to get it done again. The NBA done just got too deep, especially the Western Conference. They got Minnesota to worry about. OKC swept the Pelicans last night. Not saying that that's doing anything, but they are the number one team in the West. And their first series in the playoffs, they come in and they sweep. That's what I'm saying. The West is deep now, bro.
Yeah, you come all the way this far, man. You come all the way this far in the season, bro, to leave with nothing in the end, man.
Yeah.
To leave with nothing in the end. Did you know how you have to? Did you know you got to start all the way back over next season with nothing?
No, not with nothing. You take the experience from the previous season and the next season. You can't look at it like that. You ain't gonna win it all the time.
Bro, they was right there. It should have been won. There's no way these 2 years in a row that they should have been beat. Especially this year. There's no way, man. It's just no way. This is ridiculous. This has to stop, man. I'm so tired of AD, man. I'm pointing the finger at him. I am.
Really? He was the best player for the Lakers in the whole series, points per game wise, though. And the 23 rebounds in game 4?
It don't matter. I'm pointing the finger at him tonight for last night. He was the reason for last night. Hey, it's a saying, what have you done for me lately?
That's right.
You hear me?
Game to game, right? Last game over with. Yeah.
Last game over with. What you give me? What you do? You ain't do nothing. I'm tired of AD, man. I'm tired of him, man.
I feel you, man. Ready to ship him up out of there?
Yeah, man. He gotta do something. They gotta do something with him, man. They gotta do something with him. They gotta do something. I don't know who gonna replace him with. Man, they gotta do something.
Bro, throwing away AD, man. You throwing away the brightest spot for the Lakers in the series versus the Nuggets. Honestly, he was the most unstoppable Laker offensively during the entire series, even more than LeBron in that last game that they had last night. To me, they couldn't do nothing with AD. But yeah, the biggest problem with him is that he just kind of soft. He only goes so hard for so long before he kind of started letting up. For as dominant as he was in them earlier games with his scoring and just his gameplay, he could have been even more dominant. He could have played even better. He the type of person, he'll go so hard and then he'll start letting up. He kind of relaxes a little bit.
Yeah, AD is like the cousins, man, that when you were growing up, he'd play with the boys until he got too rough, and then he'll start crying and go play with the girls. He that cousin.
Right.
He that cousin. He's soft, man. He's soft. He the cousin, man.
He need to go play with Caitlin Clark now, huh?
Man, he need to go do that. Cause this is ridiculous, bro.
Trade him to the Fever for Caitlin Clark.
Nah, we need somebody other than Caitlin.
She a shooter. Brian need a shooter, man.
We need a big body. We need another big.
Yeah, she definitely ain't that.
Nah, man. It's crazy. Man.
That's crazy, man. But the Lakers are out of here, baby. I don't know what I'm going to do, man. I thought the last topic was going to be on Monday. But now it turned out to be Tuesday after Monday. So, yeah, the Lakers are no more, man. Bye-bye to the LeBron James conversations for the rest of the playoffs. The GOAT is out. And I guess the new GOAT is taking over, man. Let's see what those Nuggets look like against the Minnesota Timberwolves, because that's about to start in a couple of days. Lakers go down, baby. We also had last night, like I said, I just mentioned the other sweep that happened. And the weird thing about this sweep, DB, there ain't no talk about this. Nobody's saying nothing about it. I didn't even realize they was about to sweep the Pelicans. Why? Because ain't nobody really paying attention to this series. Almost like it's not happening. But OKC ain't nothing to sleep on, man. You got to give them props regardless of how easy the competition you might think it is. You know, them going up against the Pelicans without Zion, they still showed up all 4 games and handled business, right? Got to give them props on that, because any team can get beat by anybody on any given night, especially when they let down their guards when they think a particular star ain't there and the team just don't have nothing for them. What you think about the Thunder going into the second round, DB?
I don't think nothing of it, man. I think they fool to the next. I think they fool to
for
the
the
next
Clippers
team.
or the Mavericks?
For the Clippers or the Mavericks. I think they fool.
Well, the Clippers don't have Kawhi Leonard no more. I don't know if they fool for the Clippers. I think OKC will do. Yeah, I think OKC. I know OKC will do the Clippers. They'll do them. But I do think that they fool for the Mavericks.
Yeah, they fool, man. It's over with. I don't think that they gonna be able to sustain nothing against the Mavericks. They might win one. They may.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got them for. I don't got them for no game 7. I don't got them for a game 6.
Yeah, they got the MVP or the run up to the MVP. I'm sure they got Shea Gill. And you don't see him doing anything. He almost the MVP.
Man, I don't got them for a game 7. I don't have them for a game 6. I don't got
against
it.
the Mavs or the Clippers. I don't know about that. I give them more. They had the best record in the West, DB. That means they beat pretty much all of them teams at least once or twice.
They didn't, man. This is a different type of game right now. This the playoffs. This the playoffs.
It is, but they just won 4-0
against the Pelicans. The Pelicans ain't nobody, and they ain't had a star. They better did what they supposed to have did. That's like saying Miami was still gonna beat Boston
without Jimmy
Butler. It ain't gonna happen.
No, it ain't happening. I agree with you on that. But I'm saying though, we can criticize Boston and be like, yeah, but y'all let Miami beat y'all one of the games and Jimmy wasn't even in the game. That's them being the Miami Heat being down and Boston not taking care of business. What I'm saying about OKC is, yeah, the Pelicans star was down, but didn't they go to New Orleans and take care of business? They got both of those games. They didn't get them boys nothing. Boston then gave up a game. Even the Denver Nuggets just gave up a game to the Lakers for as dominant as people think they want to say that they are. You got to get a team that's supposed to be better props when they go in and they wipe you out.
Well, yeah, but like I say, they didn't have a force to deal with for the Pelicans.
I agree.
So
I agree with that.
Yeah, they went down. Because other than that, they would have lost. They wouldn't stop at no Zion Williams. They didn't have a chance against Zion. No, they didn't have a chance against Zion. Who was stopping Zion on OKC?
I don't know about not having a chance against Zion, bro. Good morning, Sean. I see Sean say good morning. But yeah, OKC, I ain't gonna say they wouldn't have a chance against Zion. I'll just say I would just say that it would just be more difficult because they still got Shea, they still got Chet, they still got Jay Will. They scoring is fairly even across the board. They not one-sided. They don't need a Zion to score 40. They don't even need Shea to score 40. You see what they got? They got 24 from Jay Will. They got 24 from Shea Gill last night. And they got 14 from Chet, 11 from Lou Dort. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Who says that this wasn't their best though? Every game they won, they wasn't even blowouts.
How could you say for sure that that's their best, bro?
I mean, it had to be.
Yeah,
because
so he's sick.
Because if it was, you would have blew him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peso is.
Nah, you don't have to blow a team out to take care of business.
But look, if they could have beat them worse, they would have beat them worse.
Yeah, they beat them good enough. They walked them down 4 games straight.
No, listen. There's no such thing as not beating it. Look, you gonna beat a team as bad as you can beat them.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna beat a team as bad as you can beat them, no matter what. Cause you coming out there, you playing, you shooting, you balling.
Right.
You balling. You know what I'm saying? Like you putting your best foot forward. You just were hitting the shots. That's all. Like whatever didn't go in, that didn't add up to y'all. It didn't add up because it didn't go in. You know what I mean? You were making the shots. So they let us know right there that you tried. But yeah, you won. You did beat us, or you did beat them. But you could not do what you thought you was gonna do. That makes sense? Like you couldn't do it.
No, it don't make sense to me how you can't give props to a team. Bro, you give too many props to the Lakers for failing and not enough props to the teams for winning. That's what I'm saying, man. You got to pull your fandom back and see the game.
I'm being realistic about it. That's just like prime example with the Nuggets. They beat the Lakers the best way they possibly could. They couldn't have beat them no other way.
Mm-hmm. They couldn't have beat them no other way. They dang near swept them, DB.
Look, they couldn't beat them no worse. Every time they won, it was by 1 point or 2 points, whatever it was. It wasn't no blowouts. They couldn't blow them out. You know what I mean? They couldn't blow them out. It's just this problem. It's just an analysis.
It ain't really necessarily about blowing a team out as much as it is about just beating them to me, though.
No. But to you, but in all reality, it's about the next team not having a chance. We're not giving them a chance, so we're gonna beat the next team as bad as we're gonna beat them. It's not this ain't a game of we gonna take it easy on. We just gonna beat them to beat them and let the time run out on the scoreboard and get the cost where we going. Nah, is we come in to take the game and leave no room for error until and for us and for us to not allow them to even get close to us. You get me?
I feel
we come
you.
In the game. You know what I'm saying?
We
come in the game, yeah, to just go ahead and take them out. We ain't gonna say, we gonna cruise and we gonna let them keep up with us a little bit. Nah, I don't.
How you feel they was cruising? They facing the team. They up 3-0 on them. You don't have to. You don't have to overexert your stars at that point. I mean, put people in the game, let them play with their moderation. You fairly got the series under control. Pull people out. It ain't about dominating this team. You already dominating them. You up 3-0. It's like the Nuggets.
Everybody on this team, that's starting 5 almost paid 40 minutes. Gildress, he paid 40. Williams paid 38. Dort paid 36. Giddey paid 29. Holgren played 35. That's almost 40 for everybody.
Yeah.
That's almost 40 for everybody. Ain't nobody. They like absorption to me.
It ain't 44, and then it's 15 points or 15 minutes. 16 for Wiggins, 14 for Joe off the bench, 14 for Wallace, 14 for the other Jay Will. That's how it's supposed to be. Obviously, your star is supposed to stay in the game most of the game because you want to keep them prime, especially in the playoffs. You don't want to have them too rusty. But that's how it's supposed to be, bro. That's fairly good substitution, man. That's a fairly good, efficient playing. That's good player efficiency on and off the court to me for the OKC Thunder. They looking good going into the second round. Now, they got the Mavs or the Clippers. The Clippers, I think they match up pretty good with. The Mavs just going to give them a battle, but I'm not going to act like the Mavs just going to whitewash them, bro. They got the follow-up. They got the run-up to the MVP to me.
Man, he not finna do nothing with no They're not finna do nothing with no Luka or no Kyrie. Like I said, it's gonna be a tough second round. They don't have a chance with Luka and Kyrie. They finna lay down. They finna lay down, and it ain't gonna be hard to. Yeah, it ain't finna be hard to lay them down either, man. They're not. Listen, they're not a threat. They're not as much as a threat as they seem to be. They're not. They just not. They just not.
Okay. Well, we'll see, man. Well, they looking pretty good to me so far. I ain't gonna take nothing away from a team that walks some guys down 4-0, regardless of how. I feel like the team it matches up with them right now because a particular star is missing. You still got to beat them. They still put 5 other players out on the court that made it to the NBA. So, yeah, OKC win that game 97-89, take the series versus the Pelicans, and they await the winner of the 4-5 matchup between the Clippers and the Mavericks. And the last game of the night was the Celtics and the Miami Heat. Yeah, this series been over, though. Jimmy Butler's not playing. I'm surprised Miami pulled out that one game. Tyler Hero played hero ball in that game, which is why they won it. But, yeah, Miami pretty much finna go home. I don't know what Miami could do. I'm starting to hear a lot of talk about them possibly trading Jimmy Butler because they're not going to win a championship with him. I got to give them their props for making it to a couple of championships, but I don't know if that speaks to how great the Miami Heat is or just how weak the Eastern Conference is. What you think about this matchup, DB?
Right here?
Yeah, right here. I mean, because last year in this same position, Miami coming into the playoffs in the play-in like the Lakers, they knocked the Celtics out to make it to the finals.
Yeah, I mean,
that was with Jimmy
Butler,
right?
And you see what I'm talking about. Prime example. You see what I'm talking about? They almost beat them by 20.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's without Jimmy Butler, though. I mean, that's a depleted team, and that's Boston at full strength.
Is that not OKC at full strength? What's Zion Williams not in the game?
Yeah, Zion ain't running no Heat team, though. Zion ain't made it to no finals. That's what it's not the same thing.
It is. It is because it wasn't gonna be as easy for them. Is what I'm saying. But I'm gonna stay on task at hand right now.
Okay.
Boston beat them how they should have beat them, and it could have been a little worse. But they didn't stand a chance. They almost beat them by 20. But I think that this was never a matchup. We knew that without Jimmy Butler, that this team wasn't gonna last. They weren't gonna hold up. I don't know how they got I don't know how they got the first one win. I don't. I don't see how they got the first win, but they got it.
They did. Tyler Hero went out there and went off. That's how they got it. He said Jimmy called him and said, "Hey, go get this one." But that's probably the only one they gonna get.
And it was. And the fact of the matter was, he only dropped 20, 24, 25 points that game. You know what I mean? With a couple, with some help from his other teammates. So it ain't like he dropped a 30 or 40 or 50 piece. You know what I'm saying? Tyler Hero, he just dropped. He dropped a few. You know, he dropped 25 points, and that was probably 24, I believe, 24, 25. But you know, I'm surprised they made it this far. You know what I mean? Like it's these matchups, man, that I just don't understand, man. That these teams, I'm gonna give them their credit, man, but I just don't get it. I mean, I don't get it. You know, they did what they supposed to do against Miami with no Jimmy Butler. These teams is catching all these breaks this year. Everybody catching a break, and even the Denver Nuggets caught a break.
Yeah. Well, you can always expect a 1-8 matchup to be I mean, it's always going to be lopsided like this. It's always going to look like the number 1 team is washing the number 8 team. They should be washing the number 8 team. They get to play the worst team that's in the playoffs. So, yeah, Boston is doing pretty good against Miami without Jimmy Butler, obviously. Just like OKC went ahead and walked down the Pelicans without Zion Williamson. But they pretty much, both teams are facing the exact same thing. The team at the bottom of the bracket missing their stars.
And it matters, man.
It matters.
Guess what? We can breathe. Woo, we ain't gotta worry about this guy over here. We ain't who gonna stop this guy over here.
It's like a practice. It's like the first team always with the 8 seed. It's like they get a practice round, but deservingly so. They had the best records in both of their conferences. Give us a practice round. Now we get to wait on the other teams that make it out of the dog fight in the first round, and now we get to beat somebody down. They get some good matchups in the second round. The Boston Celtics is going to play 4 and 5. They're going to play Cleveland or nah, not really. They're going to play either Cleveland or Orlando. You right. So the Celtics kind of got an easy second round, but OKC doesn't. They either got the Mavericks or they got the Clippers, and that's going to be pretty good if you ask me.
Man, you know what? I'm so torn between the two right now. You know, even though I don't want to take so much away from like the Boston winning or maybe even Minnesota. But I don't care to see Boston win because I don't care to hear Paul Pierce's mouth. I don't want to hear what Paul Pierce got to say about Boston. So I don't care about Boston winning, even though I root for Jason Tatum to win. But I don't care about that. I'd rather see Minnesota win it. All honesty, I'd rather see Minnesota win it and let it be that. You know, I lost my whole train of thought, but the fact of the matter is, I don't want to see Denver win it.
I feel you lost your whole train of thought, bro, because you're in a funk. You're in a cloud right now. You with LeBron right now. LeBron after the game last night said, "Yeah, it's time to focus on my family and focus on." He said something else, man, but the thing that stuck out was, "Yeah, it's time to focus on his family." And he right, DB, and I don't know, man, maybe it's time for you to focus on your family. Maybe it's checkout time for you. Maybe I need to get you a fill-in, cuz you might be going on vacation with the Lakers until next year, cuz that's what I'm feeling. Ant-Man for president. Hey, Peso, I agree with that, bro. Ant-Man for president. Well, I'm gonna say Ant-Man for president of the best player in the NBA. That's my guy right now, man. Hey, because me personally, I'm not a hater of the foreign-born players or nothing like that. But I'm an American, man. I need an American NBA superstar to root for. Now that my GOAT is in this decline, I like Ant-Man. I like what Ant-Man doing in this league, baby. Yeah, what you think, DB?
Me too, man. Honestly, me too. Me too. Ant-Man and the Timberwolves. You know what I mean? I like to see them win it. Cat, Rudy. I like to see them winning. You know what I mean? I think that'd be good. That'd be good for them young boys. Ant-Man only been in the league 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. He balling though in them 4 years, man. Yeah, I think we done lost DB on the connection side of the game. But yeah, we closing in on the end though. Grindtime Sports in the mornings, baby. Baldhead DB.
You are listening to the all-new Grindtime Sports Talk in the mornings with Baldhead and DB. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe.
Like, share, don't forget to subscribe. I'm gonna have to check it out for DB this morning, y'all. This is Grindtime Sports. We are signing off for today. Peace.
You are listening to the all-new Grindtime Sports Talk in the mornings with Baldhead and DB. Check us out Monday through Friday on the Grindtime Media Network.